Have you ever had one of those evenings where your stomach growls a little louder and you think, I have earned this treat? Maybe it's a slice of cake left over from a birthday, or that bag of chips sitting on the top shelf just waiting to be opened. You tell yourself, it's just a little bite. But here's the thing, as we age, our body doesn't process food the way it used to, and that little bite could be doing more harm than good. Now, don't get me wrong, food should still bring joy, especially at this beautiful stage of life. You have spent decades working hard, raising families, caring for others. It's your time to enjoy. But the trick is knowing what to enjoy and what to avoid, especially after you hit 70. Because the truth is, certain foods that seemed harmless in our younger years can now quietly drain our energy, upset our digestion, or even worsen long term health conditions. Today, I want to talk with you about 5 specific foods you should think twice about, no matter how hungry you are. I know how tempting some of them can be. I have been there myself, reaching for something quick or comforting. But understanding what's behind these choices can help you feel better, move easier, and even sleep more soundly. Let's start with one that surprises many people: processed meats. You know the kind: sausages, bacon, deli meats, hot dogs. They are tasty, convenient, and often part of meals we have eaten for years. But as we grow older, the high levels of sodium, preservatives, and saturated fats in these meats can wreak havoc on our system. You may have noticed it yourself: swollen ankles after a salty meal, or indigestion that lingers longer than it used to. That's your body saying, hey, I need something gentler now. You see, our kidneys naturally slow down a bit after 70. They don't filter out waste and excess salt as efficiently. So, when you eat foods packed with sodium, like daily meats, you are putting extra pressure on organs that are already working overtime. And it's not just salt. Nitrates and nitrites used to preserve these meats have been linked to inflammation, which is the root of many chronic conditions, from arthritis to health diseases. Now, I'm not saying you can never enjoy a slice of ham again, but consider swapping it out for something kinder to your body: a grilled piece of chicken, or better yet, a hearty chickpea salad with olive oil and lemon. It satisfies the hunger, nourishes your body, and gives you steady energy without the bloating and fatigue. And speaking of bloating, let's talk about something many of us grew up loving: white bread and refined grains. Think about soft sandwich bread, white rice, sugary breakfast cereals. These foods might seem innocent, but they break down quickly into sugar in the body, spiking your blood sugar and then causing it to crash. And when that crash hits, you feel tired, cranky, and hungry again, usually for more carbs. Problem here is that after 70, our metabolism naturally slows. We don't burn off those extra sugars and starches the way you used to. Instead, they often get stored as fat, usually around the belly area, which increases the risk of heart problems and diabetes. You might not even notice it at first, just a little extra around the middle, or a sluggish feeling that lingers through the afternoon. But it adds up day by day. So, what's the alternative? Try switching to whole grains like oats, or whole wheat bread that's actually dense and full of fiber. Fiber is your friend at this stage in life. It keeps your digestion moving, helps balance your blood sugar, and leaves you feeling full and satisfied without the crash. And let's be honest, there's nothing like a warm bowl of oats with cinnamon and a few chopped apples to start the day. Simple, comforting, nourishing. Now, I know it's easy to feel overwhelmed with all the do this, don't do that advice out there. But this isn't about restriction. It's about learning to listen to your body, to notice how certain foods make you feel, not just in the moment, but hours later. You deserve to feel vibrant and clear headed and strong, even if your age says otherwise. And when hunger strikes, and it will, especially during those late afternoon hours, it's important to have choices ready that support you, not slow you down. Keep these fruits nearby, nuts in small portions, or even a bit of Greek yogurt with berries. The key is balance, eating something that fills you up and fuels your health, not just your craving. Another food to avoid after 70, even if it seems harmless, is margarine and certain vegetable oils. Many of these are filled with trans fats and omega 6 fats that promote inflammation in the body. You may not feel it right away, but over time, these oils can stiffen your arteries, worsen joint pain, and raise your risk of heart problems. If you have been using margarine thinking it's healthier than butter, it's time to switch. Choose olive oil or small amounts of real butter instead. They are gentler on your heart and easier for your body to process. Next up, sugary drinks. That includes soda, sweetened teas, even those so called healthy juices. After 70, too much sugar doesn't just lead to weight gain, it messes with your memory, your blood pressure, and your mood. A glass of sweet tea might feel refreshing, but the sugar rush that follows can leave you drained and foggy. And over time, it increases your risk of diabetes, especially if you're already borderline. Choose water, herbal tea, and you may not even realize sugar is to blame. Let me give you a simple example. Say you wake up and drink a glass of orange juice with breakfast. It feels like a healthy choice. It's fruit, right? But that one glass can have more sugar than a can of soda. And because it's liquid, it enters your bloodstream fast. That sugar rush feels good at first, but soon after, your blood sugar crashes, leaving you sluggish, irritable, and craving more food. That roller coaster isn't just tiring, it can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes, especially if you're already dealing with prediabetes or insulin resistance, which are very common after 70. The better choice, water with lemon, herbal teas, even a small glass of unsweetened almond milk, or just plain old water can hydrate you and keep your energy steady. And if you really want something fruity, try eating a piece of whole fruit instead. It comes with fiber, which slows down sugar absorption and helps your digestion stay regular, something that becomes more important with each passing year. Now let's move on to something that might be sitting in your freezer right now: frozen dinners and ready to eat packaged meals. They are quick, easy, and don't make a mess. I get it. After years of cooking for a family, it's nice to just heat something up and be done with it. But these meals often hide huge amounts of salt, sugar, and artificial ingredients. That convenience comes at a cost. The high sodium content can spike your blood pressure. The artificial preservatives can irritate your stomach. And because many of these meals are low in real nutrients, you end up feeling hungry again not long after eating. You may think you are saving time and energy, but your body ends up paying the price. I'm not saying you have to cook everything from scratch, but try batch cooking a few simple, healthy meals once a week. Freeze individual portions so they are just as easy to heat up, but far better for your health. Soups made with fresh vegetables, lentils, brown rice, and lean protein are great choices. They are filling, heart friendly, and easy on your digestion. You have already made it this far. You have earned the right to feel good. And with just a few adjustments, your food can be your greatest ally, not your silent enemy. You don't need to count calories or follow fancy diets. Just cut out the foods that quietly chip away at your health and choose what makes your body feel calm, steady, and alive. There's still one more food we need to talk about, one that's often overlooked but just as important to avoid. Let's get into that next. Many people switch to diet soda, sugar free snacks, or diabetic friendly desserts thinking they are a safer option. But after 70, these artificial substitutes can do more harm than good. They confuse your body. They may not contain calories, but they still trigger a sweet response in your brain, leading to more cravings and a disrupted sense of fullness. Over time, this can lead to overeating, weight gain, and even insulin resistance. Some studies even suggest that regular use of artificial sweeteners can affect gut health and mood. Instead of reaching for sugar free treats, try fresh fruit, a small piece of dark chocolate, or plain yogurt with a drizzle of honey. These natural options satisfy your sweet tooth without the weird side effects. So, let's quickly recap the five foods you should really think twice about: processed meats, refined carbs like white bread, margarine and unhealthy oils, sugary drinks, and artificial sweeteners. Avoiding them doesn't mean giving up flavor or enjoyment. It means choosing foods that give back to your body, not take away from it. At this stage in life, every small choice counts. You have already come so far. You deserve to feel light, strong, and clear headed every single day. And it starts with what you put on your plate. Here's to feeling your best, because life after 70 can still be full of energy, joy, and vitality. Let's make the most of it.